most of the largest financial institutions in the world moving forward with a coin that is stable, technological advancements. Will there be a ledger for XRP taken into consideration? I am in possession of a great deal of information. I'm going to demonstrate to you something that I am convinced that it will take place. This speaks for itself to a more significant problem that banks are facing here as well, are having difficulty in the process of developing their possess one's own technology. This is S from ethereum, and it is futures dealing in XRP. The truth is that he is telling why he believes that XRP will experience rapid adoption leverage ledger through various organizations. Are we? In addition to that, we are going to look at some new information along with the new note from the BRICS discovered in Russia. However, this is in fact the currency has a pretty cool appearance. There is a Tajan. In addition, some additional information regarding the tier that you absolutely must find out about XRP. For the time being, let's begin with the letter S, shall we go? From what we have learned, it is that they acquired a business that goes by the name Hidden Road. A significant number of hedge funds and traders used it, individuals to the point where it is essentially a prime broker. Is that all right? That is, in order to clear trades and trades are settled. Now just consider what it would be like to be having the ability to turn one nearly instantaneously from one asset to another. If it is dollars, then converting it into a foreign currency, or if you are aware of it, currencies of any kind, including dollars and other turn currencies, into a commodity, and everything else. Everything is going to end up going to at some point occupy a position on the blockchain. All of the transactions are going to be recorded on the blockchain. What he just said is exactly the same concerns regarding the capacity of institutions to change from being like a coin that is stable to any value that has been tokenized and stored on the ledger. This is another reason why I believe that some people, these banks, when you're in the market for considering JP Morgan, Citibank and Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and all of them are similar, carrying out the same actions. What are they doing in the process of clearing and settling various securities through the various aspects of their brokers and dealers? FX is also being done by them. Both transfers and cross-border transfers are included, and a variety of monetary systems. This is the case for what the XRP ledger, XRP and XRP are both perfect for. What ROUSC is able to provide is, let's eat some S. Here, continue to bring this to a close. Additionally, XRP again serves as the token. The fact that they have it, I have a coin that is stable, and that coin is requirements for the production of these things take place. All of that is currently taking place in the background of things. It's a difficult situation. In a word, it is difficult to describe. Without a doubt, in terms of being able to, I am not an expert. It is difficult to describe, but I can tell you that it is present and it is productive, as it is being used in a hostile manner in Asia. Only one of reason why it was not utilized, and the fact that it was adopted more quickly in the United States, is due to the lack of clarity regarding regulations, and it is a punishment. To be completely honest, banks were fearing that they will be punished for their taking a step into the world of cryptography, where they were unable to, that as soon as that disappears. In addition, the regulation is explained in detail, as well as permissions regarding what individuals are permitted to do. Rapid adoption is going to be seen in the future. It is a more advanced form of technology. Why use it? 3 or 2 days to make a decision about something when it can be resolved in a matter of seconds. Yes, that if you don't do that, then that doesn't make any sense. That should be done. There is only one thing that preserved the number of things that prevent people from doing that. One set of regulations. There is no basis for fear, and quantity too, due to the fact that those regulations are there, and the fear that most people have is being developed gradually. As a result, the build-out is proceeding slowly. All right. However, everything is going to come to a head and proceed at a much faster rate than it has. It is exactly a change that is not going to take place overnight, but change is taking place right now as a result of this. Additionally, the rate of change will be a factor. Increase your speed, I believe, and likewise Ripple's Wall Street is undergoing a transformation. There is a shift occurring on Wall Street. Is it okay if we are not the only company doing it? It just so happens that they are the company that, according to our assessment, it is the most advanced and is indeed going to cause a lot of commotion. Wow. So a great deal of really one-of-a-kind things were, as stated here. On Tuesdays I will be doing live streams, as well as every Friday at 3:30 p.m. on YouTube and on Twitter. In a sense, you are able to choose whichever one you prefer. In the event that you desire to not only communicate but also inquire about things, YouTube is most likely the platform that you will use. Must be the case. Nevertheless, these inquiries are posed every single time. You are aware of the reason why. Is it true that XRP DeFi has not yet been built out? Why this is all that? However, you are required to imagine that you are a software developer working in an undertaking that individuals are going to put to use, as well as the fact that it is going to flourish. You are going to make a change in the way that there is an action taken in the financial sector. Room to move. You are interested in constructing on a. It is true that the network that is currently expanding, those areas where other developers are constructing, a great deal of liquidity is available, and we are witnessing these wonderful occurrences whenever Ripple was sued by the SEC, which cost a lot of money due to the conflict and the expulsion of air from these developers who are interested in building on top of XRP a ledger. In this manner, they proceeded to construct in different locations. But now that we have this clarification on what the resolution of the issue is, the situation is going to be, you are going to beginning as a result of the XRP ledger experiencing a new DeFi boom. The fact that this is going to be of great assistance and the goals that we are attempting to accomplish at this point with widespread adoption of XRP and other assets that are recorded on the XRP ledger, not a problem. Then to get a better understanding of whether or not JP, if these are the case, Morgan Citibank and Wells Fargo, the banks collaborate in order to establish a stablecoin, how would that have any effect? Evidently, but there is a possibility of risk involved in holding a stablecoin belonging to someone else, wouldn't? And as I put it, wouldn't there be other potential dangers? Can you see it? What blockchain do you use, by the way? Think that this would be constructed on top of, are they going to use Ethereum, XRP or not? A circle or something similar? Okay, so here we are. Therefore, the reason why major banks in the United States, including the likes of JP Morgan and Wells Fargo, among others, joint stablecoin is being investigated. Initiative aimed at modernizing payment systems and compete with platforms that are native to cryptocurrencies like the Circle and the Tether. It is this. Through collaboration, entities would be leveraged. As an example, the operator of early warning services Zelle and the clearinghouse for its purposes assist with the infrastructure. Find below a comprehensive analysis of how this would function. Both issuance and backing are available to us. The currency that is stable would be pegged 1-to-1, utilizing the dollar in contrast to all of these other US coins that are stable. $1 US coins or treasuries that require backing to guarantee price stability is achieved. There would be reserves controlled by a consortium as a collective entity by means of consistent audits to ensure transparency. Governance based on the model of shared governance would establish a system of control across the point of participation for participating banks. Minting decisions that were unsuccessful or the management of reserves and redemption would lead to need to reach a consensus. Do you realize that you have to give all of this some thought? To whom is the who? Who makes the decisions exactly? Is it one of them? Who is working at each bank? When do they get together? Per day, and determine whether or not we are minting? We enjoy what we are doing right now. This concludes everything. Considerations that they would need to take into account in addition to moving forward. Cases of cross-border use, the integration of payments and existing systems, infrastructure related to banking, Zelle and different transfers between individuals, institutional settlement options available to the Treasury, and of course are there any additional dangers involved? As you have the risks of counterparties, systemic risks, and additionally you are exposed to operational risks, obstacles posed by regulations such as the Genius Act getting approved and put into action at last to move forward. This is a selection of the decisions that could be made regarding technology. Ethereum, of course, possesses a great deal of liquid assets that are preferred for its mature, the ecosystem, the integration of DeFi, and the precedence of regulatory actions, custodial banks, coins with a stable value. So they are demonstrating an example of a coin that has reached a stable state according to their perspective on this matter. Even so, high gas prices, charges and problems with scalability could be obstacles. Mass adoption. Undoubtedly, there is also the ledger for XRP. Expenses are extremely low, 0.0002%, the number 002 plus 3 to 5 seconds. The perfect conclusion for there is native support for payments for USC and complying features such as Know Your Customer align with bank requirements. Stablecoin called Ripple RLC demonstrates that it is viable. As you are aware, evidence is found in the pudding, evidence of Ripples, that it is possible for them to construct in just a few short minutes, $1 billion stablecoin months. One more illustration is the case of